Just to clean up, tie up the Fox debate, you said you'll decide next week. What is there?
I'll be announcing. Yeah, I've already decided, and I'll be announcing something next week.
Because
yes.
I noticed the Fox senior executives came and had dinner with you and pitched you. Did they move the needle?
Well, they were very nice. Look, they were very nice.
Man, Fox is so desperate to have him show up at this debate. It's ridiculous. Before we dive into this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and if you guys could please share so we can get it out there to everyone. Now to touch on this whole debate situation. Trump had an interview on Newsmax where he was asked this question and he went into everything, just like you guys saw in the previous clip. And he's basically stating, what's the point? You already had the Fox executives wine and dine him. Here, we're going to get you some Wagyu. Will that put a smile on your face? Please. Because they already know if he doesn't show up, what's the point? A lot of these people are polling at 1, maybe even 0%. Nobody wants any of these people. You know, you have Ramaswamy. I believe that's the way you say his name. You know, he has a lot of young voters talking all that. And he has a lot of great things that he says. Also, he's really strong on these indictments and all the BS that's going on. So he's really great on that. And then you have DeSantis, right? All these other people, the Pence and Christie, at the end of the day, all of them, including DeSantis, have no shot whatsoever. But at the end of the day, like there's Asa Hutchinson, why are you going to debate any of these people, especially when you have a commanding giant lead? And that's why just Fox is just completely panicking. Listen, send the execs out there. Let's have dinner with them. Please, let's try to do this and this, because they need him badly. And then he talks about it a little bit more. Check this out.
Like Asa Hutchinson, who's polling at 0, will ask me nasty questions. Somebody like Chris Christie is polling at 1%, and he's going to ask me nasty questions, and others too. And then you have some that are very good. I mean, Tim Scott has been very nice, and Ramaswamy has been very, very nice. I mean, these are, you know, very capable people, very good people. But why would you do that when you're leading by so much? Ronald Reagan didn't do it. Nixon didn't do it. Many people didn't do it. And but I'm going to look at it very seriously. I'd like to do it. I've actually gotten very good marks on debating talents, but you want to be, you know, they want a smart president. They want somebody that's going to be smart. So we have to do the smart thing.
Yeah. And he talks about it again there from a different angle. At the end of the day, you guys already know what the debate's going to be about. It's just going to be about indictments and January. It's going to be about all that. It's not going to be about any kind of policy, because a lot of them are going to be piggybacking off what Trump would be saying, talking about the border, talking about the limited government, all these things that we've already heard that he was already instituting when he was in office. So it's all going to be pretty much the same messaging, all that on Roe v. Wade and all that. What to me would be interesting is like a one-on-one interview. Let's take the second candidate, you're going to take Ron, right, against Trump. Same thing it would be like on the other side if it was Joe against RFK Jr. I would like to see that, but Joe debating, because, you know, he ain't going to be able to debate anyways.
And Joan Shingang, I'm going to pronounce her, Shanga Kawawa.
It's going to be solely focused on Trump, and that's what they want, because they know that's what's going to drive the ratings, and that's why they're begging him to show up. And Trump has them in the palm of his hand, just eating out the palm of his hand, saying, well, I don't know, I'm going to put an announcement out. They're going to be waiting on the edge of their seat. That's how much control he has over the entire fake media, over all these individuals, that I'm going to let you know, I already have a decision, but I'm going to let you know what that decision is. And they're just waiting, just biting their fingernails, waiting to see what that announcement will be. In my opinion, I would love to see a debate, him go up there and smash all these people that you already know he would, especially Chris Christie. They're only going to be up there just to talk about a whole bunch of garbage and nonsense. He's like the most unlikable candidate like ever. Like, he topped out that poll. Nobody's voting for this dude. Even maybe some family and friends, maybe. Probably not even them. Nobody's voting for this guy. So it does not matter. But it's crazy to see how much pull that Trump has over the entire media.
He could look like he's either weak, he's afraid to show up, or more likely that he is not really, he's overconfident. He's taking his supporters for granted. And the attacks are going to be tougher if he's not there. They're going to go unresponded to. That's going to have an effect. The candidates, other candidates are going to be able to turn the conversation to what they want to talk about, not what he wants to talk about.
And it's amazing to see they've already hit every angle. There's a whole bunch of clips just like that one. Well, if he doesn't, then it uplifts this person. He has to do the right thing. He's going to lose voters. Even though he has a complete stranglehold, people know who they want in there. People know who's going to get the job done. They've already seen it. They're not going to be swayed if he doesn't go to this Republican debate. And then they have to sign the pledge. Oh, I'm going to endorse this candidate if I'm not picked.
I mean, I have a problem with the debate for another reason. I wouldn't sign the pledge. Why would I sign a pledge? There are people on there that I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have certain people as, somebody that I'd endorse.
How does that work? You see how all this works? This is like this new generation of thinking, like the participation trophies. Like, go ahead and make sure that you shake their hand and tell them good game. It was almost like my nephew, he's playing volleyball, right? He's in volleyball. I don't even know it stretched this far. But say they spike it and they get a big goal or it hits off somebody and they get a game point or whatever. They have to celebrate, but quietly. They can't be at the net yelling at them, or they have to turn around and quietly celebrate with their team. It's almost like the NFL, no celebrations whatsoever. Even though some of them, like, if they have all these people and it's this whole like choreographed routine, I'm with that. Enough of that stuff. But a little celebration, whatever, who cares? But you see what they're trying. Everybody gets a participation. Make sure you support this person, even though they have no chance in hell whatsoever. That includes Pence. All these people don't have a snowball chance in hell, and they know that. But it's not about them. It's about Trump. You're going to have Brett Baer up there. We always saw what happened with his last interview.
You called your first Secretary of State, Rex Tillerson, dumb as a rock, and your first Defense Secretary, James Mattis, the world's most overrated general. You called your White House Press Secretary, Kay, the Canadian milquetoast, and multiple times you've referred to your Transportation Secretary, Elaine Chao, as Mitch McConnell's China-loving wife. So, why did you hire all of them in the first place? Because
if I hire somebody at a restaurant, right, and they come, they're all clean cut, they show up on time and all that to the interview, I say, you know what, I like you, Jimmy, you're hired, right? And then they're working, and then 4 months later, I figure out they've been stealing from the register every Friday night when they're bartending or whatever. You don't know somebody's true until they finally show you. You're seeing that with DeSantis. It takes a while for people to show you who they really are. So he tried to make this big statement like, oh, if these people were so bad, why did you hire them? No, once they showed that they were snakes or they had no courage, they had no backbone, then I fired them. Nobody's going to come up there and say, hey, I would love to be part of your administration, and if the things get a little choppy, I'm going to stab you right in the back. I'm going to trip you right down a flight of steps. Who's going to say that? They know that, but it's all about Trump 24/7 with the entire media eating out the palm of his hand. So at the end of the day, what do you guys think that he should do? Do you guys really think, and there's polls, he's taking polls in New Hampshire just with the audience and people, do you think that he should debate these people when you already know what their points are going to be, and it's all going to be about indictments and January 6th and Pearl Harbor Day comparison? You know that's what it's going to be. Or he shouldn't just go to the debate whatsoever and just completely blow it off. Somebody else said something like he should have like an interview with Tucker the exact same night at the exact same. That would be crazy. You could see everybody watching that and nobody watching these debates. Because if Trump doesn't show up, they know that. If Trump doesn't show up, nobody's going to be watching. Seriously, nobody's going to care, and they know that. So tell me what you guys think that he should do, or if you were in his position, what you guys would do. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate you guys liking. If you don't mind sharing to get the message out there even further. And I will catch you guys on the next one.